Whenever I say that you should go get a prenup, I always get comments that say, of course you would say that. You are the lawyer. You just want to make money. To which I say, don't then. I don't care. And in fact, I'm going to make more money if you don't get a prenup because you're going to spend 10 times the amount when you're going through a divorce. I'm like the dentist telling you to get scaling done every year. Yes, you're going to pay me to do that, but it's so you don't lose your teeth. I'm just out here trying to put your interests above mine. And I don't know how much clearer I can be about that. Everybody knows the divorce rate is like 50%, right? And if you don't think that the stats apply to you, nobody gets married thinking that they're going to get a divorce. But if you still want to roll the dice, go right ahead. But just know that when I say that you should get a prenup or go talk to a lawyer, it's not because I want your business. I just care about you guys.
Gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Dating After Divorce, as we're gonna kick it off with this woman right here, who's gonna tell us, guys, there's so many reasons why women get divorces. So let's get started, guys, and let's see what she has to say.
Truth behind women filing for the most divorces.
Stating that women, file for the most divorces. I think like 80% or something like that. And they're using it as a way to blame women, to say, you know what, look at her. She's the reason that, marriages are failing and children are, without their dad in the home and all of these things, right? But what they're doing is forcing women to explain why they filed for divorce, right? Because if women really told the truth and really aired the dirty laundry about what was going on in the marriage, you'd probably hear things like this. He had a porn addiction. He cheated repeatedly. Uncontrollable temper. Terrible slob. Horrible, horrible health habits. Foul odors. Terrible hygiene. Poor partner.
Guys, did she marry a troll or what is going on? Is this like Fiona, Is this Fiona's statement about Shrek or what is going on, man? This foul odor, like guys. But the other things I can agree, right? I mean, you have a sister, right? And she tells you, I divorced because he was physically abusive, because he cheated repeatedly. Right, I mean, that's, round full of hills. We're all with you, sister.
Horrible in bed.
Alright, now here's the part where you're full of crap. You can't divorce because someone is horrible in bed. It sucks, honestly, but let me give you the counterpart, right? I've heard women whine that their husbands are horrible in bed. I've heard men whine that they, live in a dead bedroom marriage where her wife, his wife, doesn't want to have S3X. And they have S3X 2 times a year, on their anniversary and on the guy's birthday. Do you think that's right? Do you think that's correct? It's not. Is it a reason to get divorced? Absolutely not. But you see the problem, right? And when I've heard guys whine about this, we always get the argument, oh, you can't force her to sleep with you, Alright, so you can't force him to have S3X in the way that you want it to have. It makes no sense, gentlemen. Like, women filing for divorce because the husband is horrible in bed, what the hell, man?
Never remembered special occasions.
But yeah, that seems like a really good, motive to get a divorce and ruin your family.
He was a mama's boy, physically abusive, put his friends before his wife.
You know what that means, guys? That means that just the guy wouldn't want to spend every single minute that he has free time with his wife. That's what it means. He just wanted to have a night out with the boys. He wanted to play some video games when he got back home with his friends. That's it. That's the reason for divorce, let me tell you. Now, of course, there's something to be said about a man not spending time with his wife at all. But I don't think that's a problem, honestly. And if a guy doesn't want to spend any time with you, then it's probably because you suck as a wife. you know, what can I say?
With his family, before his wife. Chronically unemployed. He actually likes men. I'm going to say that one again because it's actually very prominent, but they don't want you to know. He's actually bi.
Oh yeah, I can guess that's a very large percentage of men. You know, just 1 out of every 2 men happens to be bi. Man, what the hell are those reasons? What the hell are those reasons, guys?
He's into kink. He asked her to do things sexually that she was uncomfortable with, and he
Yeah, and if you don't do them, let me tell you, you're horrible in bed.
made her feel bad about it. Midlife crisis got the best of him. He forgot what his role was in the home. He asked her to go 50-50 on everything in the house and never allowed her to be able to take a break professionally.
Guys, didn't we hear? It's last video, guys. If you checked it, there was this woman that said, if you marry me, you know, the wifey privileges are that we're gonna go 50-50 on the house labor. Now, this woman is out here saying that, you know, she is supposed to not go 50-50. And you know, she should be allowed to take a break professionally. So, modern independent woman right here, she wants to work. At the same time, she doesn't want to do 50-50, you know, in the housework. So, of course, you can assume, guys, that the money she makes is for her. The money you make is to pay the bills and for the family, you know. Just, damn, I can't wait to get married to a woman like this.
Even though she was a mother. Maybe she's paying all the bills and he's just there. He is not a good listener.
Again, another 10 out of 10 reason to get divorced because your husband is not a good listener. And guys, the thing she mentioned before, he doesn't want to split the bills, whatever. If he didn't want to split the bills, you wouldn't be married in the first place, right? Women only marry men who can provide. There's no men out there, or barely any, that get married to a woman that actually provides for them. And all those other things she mentioned, guys, you know, you could have known them before you get married. Like she mentioned, oh, he's a mama's boy. Okay, then don't marry him, you know?
He doesn't know how to be emotionally responsive to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
He is very robotic.
Oh, yeah.
And they are simply just not friends. The moral of the story is if women actually told why they are filing for 80% of divorces, because they're not just running to the courthouse to file for divorce for no reason at all. Okay, there's reasons, right? And because of all those things that I just mentioned, and probably a host of other things, leave them in the comments, that I haven't mentioned, this is what causes women to fall into this hypergamous state where they outgrow these men and they want something better, more stable, more powerful, and more secure.
Oh, they sure want something better, let me tell you. That's for certain. But there's she you know, this is like a mic drop moment for her, you know, guys, when she gives all the reasons, but all the reasons were bullcrap. If we put aside the real reasons to get divorced, you know, like he was, you know, the husband is abusive, he beats her up, or he cheats, or he's bi, you know, that could happen in one of like every 10,000 cases, okay? All right, I mean, we're with you, sis, if those are the reasons. But the vast majority of reasons are, it's not the same as before. He changed, meaning the honeymoon didn't last for the whole relationship. He didn't give me what I needed, you know? I needed more attention, and he preferred his friends over me. All those reasons that don't mean anything at all. Like, a woman telling you that she got divorced because the guy wasn't pulling the emotional weight of the relationship. It's like, what does that mean? It means absolutely nothing, guys. It just speaks about the insecurities they have and that they don't feel them, you know, good with themselves. With themselves, guys, not with the husband, right? I mean, what happens so often is that these women, blame their insatisfaction due to their high standards to the man's incapability of, not providing everything she wants. The man's state of not being perfect. Like, damn you, why can't you satisfy me? I'm impossible to satisfy, but why can't you satisfy me? I'm gonna get divorced. It sounds ridiculous, but this actually happens in the vast majority of the divorce cases. It's not even the husband's fault. Yeah, the husbands have flaws. I'm not saying they're perfect. Guess what? Women are not perfect also. A marriage is about compromise. It's about living together. It's about, both of you pulling your weight in the relationship. But, it's just the case is that women get divorced and there was no chance for that relationship to work in the first place because they will be never satisfied, guys. But what do you think?
But men tell each other that she left because she just wanted his money.
Are you feeling guilty about leaving your spouse or wanting to leave your spouse because you're just not attracted to them? I'm a divorce recovery coach for women. First of all, I want to tell you that you're not alone. As always, I'm just going to be really honest with you, and some of you aren't going to like my answer. At the end of the day, this decision is going to come down to you being severely honest with yourself about your feelings and your needs in a relationship. One of the many reasons I left my first marriage was because I wasn't attracted to him.
Another prime reason, gentlemen, to get a divorce. Let's hear it again.
Because I wasn't attracted to him. I left my first marriage was because I wasn't attracted to him. I had 3 options. Cheat on him, convince myself that my needs aren't important, and live the rest of my life feeling unfulfilled in the relationship. Or 3, leave. If you're
Yeah, guys, let's just check that reasons again, because this is what happens so often with the divorces. So a lot of the times women cheat just to get out, or because they don't care that they're gonna get out anyway. Like when they don't respect a man, they cheat. A woman will never cheat if she respected her man. So this is why I always say, guys, if a woman cheats on you, it's over. There is no talking, there is no fixing things up. It's over. She doesn't respect you. And if she doesn't respect you and you forgive her for that, you just prove her right that she should not respect you. And again, the second most common, just stay unfulfilled. She wasn't fulfilled, guys. He didn't turn out to be, I don't know, Hemsworth. He didn't turn out to be the Prince Charming that she dreamed of. So this is the result. Like, they have to leave.
leave. If you're not attracted to them, you're never going to be. You either need to just accept that or take responsibility for how you feel and get going. Your needs are valid. And if intimacy and sex is something that's important to you in a relationship, then this is going to continue to be a huge problem. Is that going to suck for you because you're hurting somebody else's feelings? Yes. But if you continue to make all of your life choices based off of what other people want you to do, you're never going to be happy. And that would be a huge waste of your beautiful life. If you're
all right, guys, I have a question before we continue. Why did you marry him if you weren't attracted to him? You know, are you telling me that something happened, like you married this incredibly handsome guy and he just happened to get hit by a bus and his face changed? No, what happened, guys, is that she probably married him for his money, you know? And then she came to terms that actually the money is not worth it, you know, to live with a man she doesn't feel attracted to. So she divorced and went for Chad. Just disgusting, guys. Now let's continue.
Of your beautiful life.
If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person. So don't let guilt get the best of you.
You're not doing him any favors by staying. If anything, you're actually going to start building up resentment. Your relationship doesn't have to be toxic to validate your feelings of wanting to leave.
Charming to the last.
I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places. This this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one, and my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just gonna call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them. I should have stayed married to my husband. I felt like I was on this dark road with no street lights, pitch dark, and I couldn't find my way and didn't know which way to go. I felt lost. I felt like I was walking barefoot on that dark road with pebbles and hot rocks sticking my foot. I felt hurt. I felt alone because every time he and that one and this one and that one left my bed, I was alone all by myself. And which was supposed to be soft and comfortable for me, my pillow, it was now filled with tears. I should not have left my husband. I am filled with joy now because I have a wonderful man in my life. And although my marriage to my ex is over, I should have stayed with my husband. Now, believe me, he was no angel. But guess what? Neither was I. I just thought I was better than the man.
What can I say, guys? I mean, there's so much to be said. I'm glad the dog was already dead before listening to this last statement. And you know, guys, what's surprising to me is that we can tell a story in which we are the villain, yet somehow make ourselves sound like the victim, you know? It's like one of those new Disney movies where the villain is like this mass murderer, but then they make him a story where, you know, he's actually the victim and he went through so much and he's just misunderstood and all this crap. This is what this woman is trying to pull it off, and I'm not buying it. That was a huge load of bullcrap, guys. And, you know, that last woman didn't deserve her ex-husband. She didn't deserve to get out of that relationship and probably get alimony. She didn't deserve to then find another man. Like, what kind of sim do you have to be to marry this kind of woman? And she gets to have her cake and eat it too, gentlemen. She gets to run from the marriage, sleep with a bunch of chads, have her fun, you know, and then marry again to have a provider. The villain wins, guys. The bad guy wins in this story. So don't be that type of man. Don't take in women who are already divorced or who have high body counts, who, I was gonna say, who are over 30 and they've never been in a serious relationship, but again, that's just saying that they have a high body count. Just don't be that sort of guy that gives the win to the bad guys. But we'll end the video right here, gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Leave me your thoughts and your comments, your experiences down in the comment section, and I'll be happy to see you next time, guys. Have a good one.